Hello, everybody.
Hello.
My
Hi.
name is D'Angelo McCornell. I'm with Lincoln Heights Business Improvement District. And on
Mhm.
behalf of the Business Improvement District, we're going through and talking to nonprofits, such as a school like Smidt Tech, with the finest students like yourself. And we also handle businesses and seeing how everybody's impacted by COVID-19 and new transitions that everyone has been going through. So first, I would like to give time for you all to introduce yourselves as the prestigious students at Smith Tech. So Brady, could you let us know who you are and what do you uh, plan to do in
Mhm.
school right now and take your career onto the next level after senior?
So hi, my name is Brady Carlos. I will be attending Williams College. I will be double majoring in philosophy and anthropology. So I aspire to go to graduate school after college, but I don't know what I want to be quite yet. But I do know what I want to major in. So
That's very good. All right. Susan?
Hi, my name's Susan. I will be attending the University of Virginia, and I plan on majoring in biology and maybe minoring in like public policy, but I'm not sure. And afterwards, I'll probably go into the medical field, but I don't know yet.
That's very good. Thank you. April?
Hi, my name is April. I will be attending UCLA in the fall, and I am going to be majoring in political science. And hopefully, after that, I will be going to graduate school and going to law school and pursue something in the lawyer aspect.
Wow, ambitious. Everyone's ambitious around here. Okay, I like that. All right, so I'll start off with you, April. Give us a little bit of a day in the life since all this quarantine and COVID-19. How have you been adapting with your school schedule?
So honestly, for me, it wasn't that difficult to adjust to school schedule. Is actually easier because I didn't have to wake up as early, but I had to wake up like around 9ish to do attendance, and then after that they actually made it really easy to attend classes. Like they had certain days where we would only like do one subject, so like I already forgot, but like on certain days we would do like English, history, and it'd be much easier because we have like 2 3 hours to focus on one subject, and then sometimes I have another subject that day, but most of the time I only had one subject, and it was really easy to handle because they didn't give us that much work, but it was still enough work that we get the concept that we were supposed to learn on the regular schedule.
Okay, thank you. Well, you sound like you adjusted pretty well. What about you, Brady?
so for me, I had a little bit more difficulty adjusting, and that's just because like academically it was not that much of a transition because most of my classes were independent study, but like in the social aspect of it, it was really difficult for me to just like, because the way I worked things out was that like I had a certain time when I woke up, when I went to go do stuff, but ever
Yep.
since quarantine started, it disrupted everything. So like I didn't wake up because I used to wake up at like 5:45, but now like I see myself waking up like at 11 or like 1. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what to do, and it was a little bit difficult to adjust, but I started to adapt, and I got a little better about my own routine, and I think like that's what kind of helped me out during quarantine, kind of like trying to figure out what I'm going to do for college, because right now the school we're going to is like routine, routine, routine.
On classes, anything that you would say specifically like a teacher, what type of recommendation you would have from a student perspective that something that can help you?
Um, I think that's something that really helped me was like my math teacher. He like consistently put on videos so that we can essentially learn. And it wasn't just like him teaching. He also provided like other resources so that we could specifically, learn at our own pace. And I feel like that's what every teacher should kind of, because like almost all the teachers did do that. Like they kind of let us do it at our own pace. And I feel like if we were in school, that would be a little bit more harder to do. So I just really appreciate that about my math teacher, the fact that he kind of let us learn at our own pace, but he constantly reminded us of the deadline. So if we had any questions, we can always ask him on a tutoring session that he like held every day. So I think a lot of that really helped during virtual learning.
What about you, April? Anything that helps you specifically doing virtual learning? or anything that you would like to see? And
I think something that helped me a lot during virtual learning was my AP literature teacher, the way she handled work and due dates. She was very lenient on it, and although it was very helpful, I understand that in college it's not going to be like that, but she did she understood that we had other AP courses, so she was very lenient as long as we let her know on time. And I think in like if it was regular learning, she would have done the same thing, but she was very lenient. She gave us she told us ahead of time, and if we had other work the same day, like other AP work due the same day, she'd she'd understand, and she often prioritized other classes if we already finished like her AP exam already. So it was really lenient. It was really easy.
that's very good. It sounds like you all have some very helpful teachers. They care about you a lot. We actually just had an interview with two more of your professors, Baltazar, Natalie, and they really enjoy still being able to be there for you, even if it's online learning, whatever. They want to still make sure their presence is felt with you guys, and it seems like you feel it with even with your other teachers. So that's very good. Susan, could you tell us what do you miss most about in class learning?
Um, I think like the people really is the thing I miss most because like for AP English literature, we would all participate when we would read like a play, and everyone would offer like ideas that like helped further your own understanding.
Then it's definitely the social aspect of school that kind of is what makes it school. Like you don't have, there's a reason why we don't have like a school just for one kid. It's like everybody's there to kind of learn. But it's also about like being able to ask questions. Like when you're doing work in class, if you don't understand something, you can easily just raise your hand. But virtual learning, you can't really raise your hand. You're doing it by yourself. It's just like you have to make sure if you don't understand it, you ask that question. And I feel like that's great practice because just in high school, a lot of kids are kind of shy about asking. But now in virtual learning, you have to, or else.
Can you take me back to the moment when they first told you, "Oh, it's no more school. You can't even show up, and this is your senior year"? How did you feel? And this can go to anyone.
Oh, April, do you want to go?
Yeah. Okay. So I remember the day like they're like, oh, school's gonna be cut, but just for like 2 weeks. I remember that day because I told everyone, I was like, this might be our last day of school, and
Mm.
then people were thinking I was messing around, but then we didn't go back to school. And then I guess when they told us, we were like at home, and I was already adjusted to not going to school. So at first I thought, I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. This isn't like, it hadn't hit me that I was gonna miss the rest of my senior year. And it wasn't until like later on, like maybe into like April, or like later April, where we already had senior activities planned out and we were missing them. That's when it started hitting me more. And I don't know, it made me sad because like we lose certain connections with like other students. Like you're not gonna see them again because like although you still have like social media, but like are you really gonna see them again? Like then teachers, like certain teachers, like they give out their information, like, oh, if you ever need to contact me after high school, here it is. And it's just like you feel like your like network or your link with them, I don't know, isn't authentic as like other senior classes before them.